Have you ever found yourself caught in the throes of life's storms, questioning why we endure trials and tribulations? This age-old puzzle has captivated the minds of philosophers and theologians since time immemorial. Could there be profound wisdom hidden in these hardships? One monumental exploration of this enigma is etched in the time-worn pages of the Bible, within the compelling narrative of Job. Job, a man of complete integrity, faced unimaginable suffering yet never wavered in his faith. His story isn't merely about resting with adversity, it's a testament to unwavering faith, the power of perseverance, and the journey towards understanding divine wisdom. It provides a priceless lens through which to view our own struggles, inviting us to question, how might we, stand firm in the face of life's tempests? Today, we delve deeper into this extraordinary saga, the story of Job from the Bible. A tale that is not just a collection of ancient verses, but a riveting narrative of faith, resilience, and divine wisdom that has the power to transform our understanding of life's toughest questions. Can we, like Job, demonstrate steadfast faith amid trials? What pearls of divine wisdom await us as we explore this deeply moving narrative? Join us as we unearth these timeless lessons from Job's compelling journey. Job, a man from the land of Uz, led a life filled with blessings. Picture a man of sterling character, one who feared God and shunned evil. This was Job. His righteousness was renowned, and his devotion to God was unwavering. He was a beacon of light in a world often shrouded in spiritual darkness. In the tapestry of his life, Job's prosperity was a standout thread. His wealth was immense, marked by thousands of sheep, camels, oxen, and donkeys. His servants were numerous, and the scope of his land vast. But wealth was not his only blessing. The joy of his life was his family, 7 sons and 3 daughters, each one a testament to his love and devotion. Job's household was a haven of love and respect, and he made it a point to sanctify his children, rising early to offer burnt offerings for them, concerned for their spiritual well-being. Yet, amid his prosperity, Job remained humble. He didn't let his wealth cloud his piety or his character. He understood that all he had was a blessing from God, and he chose to use his wealth not to indulge himself, but to help those in need. His life was a symphony of faith, prosperity, and righteousness. But Job's life was about to take a drastic turn, bringing him face to face with unimaginable suffering. In the heavenly realms, a conversation between God and Satan set the stage for Job's trials. In the celestial courts, a dialogue unfolds that would echo through the ages. God, in his infinite wisdom, points out Job, a man of deep faith and unwavering righteousness. He is proud of Job's devotion, remarking on his integrity and piety. Satan, the adversary, is quick to challenge this notion. He suggests that Job's faith is not as steadfast as it seems, that it is merely a product of his prosperity and good fortune. With a sly grin, Satan throws down a challenge. "Strip away his blessings," he proposes, "and Job will surely curse you to your face." It's a bold statement, a direct affront to the nature of faith and the bond between God and man. It suggests that faith is conditional, dependent on material possessions and worldly comforts. God, understanding the depths of Job's faith, agrees to the test. He gives Satan permission to take away everything Job has, but with one condition: Job's life must be spared. And so, the divine test begins. In quick succession, Job loses everything. His livestock, his servants, and his 10 children all fall victim to a series of tragic events. His wealth evaporates, his status crumbles, and his family is ripped away from him. Each loss is more devastating than the last, a relentless assault on his faith and resolve. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Despite the immense suffering, despite the catastrophic losses, Job does not falter. He does not curse God or renounce his faith. Instead, he falls to his knees and acknowledges the sovereignty of God. He recognizes that just as God has given, so too can he take away. Job's reaction is a testament to his profound faith, a faith that is not tethered to worldly possessions or earthly comforts. His faith is rooted in a deep understanding and acceptance of God's will, a faith that remains unwavering even in the face of unimaginable suffering. Despite his immense suffering, Job refused to curse God, demonstrating his unwavering faith. In the midst of his trials, Job's response offers profound insights into the nature of suffering and faith. Job's journey through adversity is marked by raw emotional lamentations as he grapples with the harsh realities of his trials. Stripped of his wealth, health, and children, Job's suffering is intense and palpable. Yet what's remarkable is the way he responds to his afflictions. In his pain, Job does not shy away from expressing his anguish. He laments, he questions, he wrestles with his predicament. His conversations with his friends are marked by a sense of abandon as he grapples with the age-old question of why the righteous suffer. He struggles to reconcile his faith in a just God with his present suffering. His friends offer him traditional wisdom, arguing that God is just and therefore Job's suffering must be a result of his own sin. But Job rejects this simplistic correlation. He knows he has lived a righteous life and yet he is suffering. He argues that his suffering is not a punishment for sin, but a mystery that he cannot comprehend. Job's questions about God's justice are daring, challenging, yet respectful. He doesn't accuse God of wrongdoing, but he does question his ways. He wants to understand, to make sense of his suffering, but he doesn't let his questions shake his faith. Amidst his suffering, Job shows a remarkable determination to maintain his integrity. He refuses to curse God as his wife suggests. Instead, he insists, "Shall we receive good from God and shall we not receive evil?" His integrity, his commitment to righteousness stands firm, even when everything else in his life crumbles. Through it all, Job's faith never wavered, even when he could not understand his circumstances. His response to suffering is not one of blind acceptance or denial, but of wrestling, questioning, and yet holding on to faith. And therein lies the profound lesson from Job's response to suffering: that faith can exist alongside questions, that integrity can endure in the face of trials, and that in the mystery of suffering one can still find a steadfast trust in God. God's response to Job and the restoration of his fortunes brings our story to a powerful conclusion. From the heart of a whirlwind, God addressed Job. His words were not of comfort, but of challenge, a majestic reminder of his sovereign power and unrivaled wisdom. God did not answer Job's questions directly. Instead, he painted a grand tapestry of the universe, illustrating his omnipotence and omniscience. He spoke of the foundations of the earth, the boundaries of the sea, the storehouses of snow and hail, the constellations in their courses. Through these rhetorical questions, God emphasized his absolute control over all creation, a control that neither Job nor any other human can comprehend or challenge. Job's response to this divine discourse was one of humility and repentance. He acknowledged his limitations and expressed regret for his earlier complaints. He admitted, "I know that you can do all things. No plan of yours can be thwarted. I spoke of things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know." Job's words reflected a profound shift in his understanding of God and himself. He no longer demanded answers. Instead, he surrendered to the mystery and majesty of the Creator. This humble submission marked a turning point in Job's story. God, in his infinite mercy, restored Job's fortunes. He blessed Job with twice as much as he had before his trials began. Job received 7 sons and 3 daughters, the most beautiful in all the land. His wealth was doubled, his life was prolonged, and he saw his children and their children to the 4th generation. God's response to Job and the restoration of his fortunes reveal a profound truth. In the face of suffering, we may not understand God's ways. We may question, we may doubt. But when we submit to his sovereignty, acknowledge his wisdom, and trust in his goodness, we open the door to restoration and blessing. Job's story ends not in despair, but in renewed faith and abundant blessings. Job's story is more than a tale of suffering. It's a testament to faith's power in the face of trials. As we delve deeper into the narrative of Job, we extract several key lessons that resonate with us even today. The first is the profound importance of faith. Job, despite the calamities that befell him, never lost his faith in God. He questioned, he lamented, but he never stopped believing. This unwavering faith is a beacon for us all, illuminating the path during our darkest times. It teaches us that faith isn't merely a fair-weather friend, it's a steadfast companion that stays with us, rain or shine. The second lesson revolves around the mystery of suffering. The world is full of inexplicable pain and hardships, much like Job's trials. The story doesn't offer us a neat answer to why good people suffer. Instead, it nudges us to accept that suffering is a part of life, often beyond our understanding. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's a reality we must face. Lastly, we learn about the sovereignty of God. In the grand cosmic play, we are but actors performing our parts. Job's story reminds us that God's plans are beyond our comprehension. His wisdom is unfathomable, his decisions inscrutable. Even when life doesn't make sense, Even when we're mired in the throes of despair, God is in control. We may not understand his ways, but we can trust his heart. In essence, Job's story is a mirror reflecting our own trials and tribulations. It's a guidebook teaching us how to navigate the labyrinth of life with grace, resilience, and unwavering faith. It's a timeless tale that encourages us to endure, to hope, and to trust, even when the skies are gray and the path is shrouded in darkness. May we, like Job, remain steadfast in our faith, no matter what challenges we face,